Hello and welcome to Asian English Academy. I am Raju Giri, the tutor and instructor of English language. Tonight I am going to talk about two very important topics. One is importance of English language, and second one is value of exposure in learning English. Okay, so IELTS and PD students, you listen very carefully. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel. There are so many videos to come. Tomorrow I'll be making video on listening section part 1, so don't miss that. Okay, so without further explanation, let's go to our topic. It's not only for IELTS students but also for all who are willing to learn English language. So English, it's everybody knows that English is international language. It links the people throughout the world. It's working as a lingua franca. That link language, we say lingua franca. It unites all the people of the world, making whole world a house and making whole people as the members of that particular house. Um, uh, Second importance of English is for job opportunities. Okay, certainly if you have very good English, you can have better positions in international market of employment. You can get better job. You can be very familiar with your boss if you can communicate with him in very proficient manner. So English is important from employment perspective. That's to sell your skills in international market of employment. And another important thing is to enter through the gate of international education. You need English. That's why the students are flowing to institutions, IELTS and PT institutions for their international degree. Okay, they are willing to study in the USA, in the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and many other English speaking countries. Okay, it's not the matter that only the English speaking countries speak English today. All the people throughout the world, they are keenly willing and they are keenly learning English. Okay, because of their opportunities to open the gate of opportunities of employment, business, to be familiar with the modern tools and devices, to be familiar with the informations of world affairs. So English is a must. Okay, so I don't explain much. You know that how important English is in this modern scientific and technological age. Okay, even if you are in Nepal, you know even if you are in non native speaking countries like Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, and so many other countries, it's the matter of your prestige. The celebrities today, they are willing to speak English for their social status. Okay, so English also carries prestige. If you are speaking in Maithili and mixing some words and songs or expressions of English, wow, you will be recognized as, wow, what an intellectual person, what a smart boy, he speaks in English. Okay, so it's the matter of social status, it's the matter of prestige, it's the skill of selling yourselves in global market in higher scale. To make money, you need English. Okay, for searching different materials, they are set in English, you need English to know. Okay, so we don't expect, we don't explain, we can't explain in words about the significance of English in today's world. Okay, so my second topic will be on exposure. I'll be talking about exposure, how exposure helps the IELTS PT students or other different types of learners of English. And at the end, I'll tell my own story of how I learned Bhojpuri within 2 months. Okay, so I'll be explaining that. Okay, firstly, let's be clear about exposure. Exposure is the amount of linguistic materials, the utterances, the words, the structures, the songs, the grammatical expressions your mind you encounter with beside your formal setting of classroom. Okay, for example, if you are in the USA, you will be listening so many people communicating in English, so many people laughing, talking, enjoying in English. They are selling, buying, bargaining in English, and that's the exposure of English. Okay, for you, if you are non-native speaker of English, there are so many ways to be exposed with English structures. Okay, for that you need audio and visual tools. You need to watch different movies, they are in English medium. You should try to speak in English with native speakers, making other friend your speaking partner. You can improve your English. Going through different print media, you can learn English. Watching the game of your interest, for example football commentary, that gives you a lot. Watching commentary on television, that's a cricket match, that does a lot. And if you are willing, you just listen the English songs, you can get enjoyment, and other hand you will be exposed with different structures, that's in situation. Okay, you will learn English in contextual way. That's why you should watch English movies. Okay, watch English documentaries. And if you are searching for the news, you go through English media, Kantipur, the Washington Post, the Himalayan Post, the Rising Nepal. There are so many newspapers, they are online newspapers. The portals are in English. bbc.co.uk for your international information and news. So these things, if you are playing with these things and the English structures surround your mind, they will be roaming around your mind and they will be hitting your mind with those structures, and consciously or unconsciously you will learn English. So what I practically did was, I was very crazy on television watching cricket match. Okay, the rivalry between Pakistan and India, the rivalry between UK, England and Australian team, the Ashes. I used to watch those games and listen the commentary. That's the matter of my interest. If you are interested in anything, then you learn it very easily. So if you are reading, read the books of your interest. Okay, if you are interested in media, you read the portal newspapers, e-newspapers, that's of your interest. If you are interested in celebrities, you go to celebrities. There are different genres in the menu of bbc.co.uk. If you are interested in economics, you read the English economics, uh, you know that's given in the newspaper. So if you are playing with English atmosphere, then you can very easily understand English, learn English, gain the skills and soft skills of communicating in English. So I suggest you to be familiarized with this. Okay, otherwise, if the English structure is new for you, for example, if you are facing IELTS listening, if you are listening native speakers voice for the first time, then you cannot catch. Okay, you cannot catch and you will be distracted. Once you distracted, you will miss so many questions. Okay, so being familiar with English is English exposure. Creating your atmosphere, creating your environment in English is English exposure. That's why I suggest you to be more exposed with English linguistic elements. Okay, you just play and sleep, consciously or unconsciously, directly or indirectly, you will be learning English. Okay, So, this is what I was going to tell you tonight, and my story of how I learned Bhojpuri language within 2 months without my keen interest. Though I equally respect all the languages, I had no time and no interest of learning Bhojpuri because I was very busy and setting my life. I used to work whole day from morning to evening. I used to take tuition classes. I would go to college. I would go to school in the day and some tuition classes in the evening. And I had to cook myself and prepare food for myself. But I learned Bhojpuri, and finally I was able to speak very fluently in Bhojpuri language. That's the story I am going to tell you. Before further explanation, I'm taking you straight to my classroom. Let's go down to my classroom. So once I was to teach in Parasi Multiple Campus, Little Angels Higher Secondary School, where 99% of the people were from Bhojpuri speaking community. And I taught there exactly for 2 years, and then I went somewhere. So there, how I learned Bhojpuri language, that's the story I'm going to tell you. Okay. Mainly, at first, I was not keenly interested in learning Bhojpuri language. Okay, I was busy whole day teaching English, in the morning teaching in campus, evening sometimes tuition classes and so on. So I had no time and no interest about learning Bhojpuri, though I respect all the languages equally. Okay, but what happened while going to market, I used to hear the speakers of Bhojpuri language. They were communicating, they were bargaining in the market, and then while getting back at home, while sleeping also, these elements used to hit my mind. हेने ताक कथी बाड़ा मर्दे, हेने आईबा खाइलबा, बड़ी बात करता मर्दे, अबे लाल बाबू तोहार दिमाग नहीं बा कार्य, कैसन बा हो जल्दी दे. These sort of structures used to roam around my mind and used to trigger my mind, and unconsciously what happened after 2 or 3 months later, I used to able to teach whole class, whole period, 45 minutes using Bhojpuri language. Okay, so exposure is so important. You will learn consciously or unconsciously, directly or indirectly. And if you are learning unconsciously, that's permanent. Okay, that's permanent and that's more effective learning. That's why I suggest you to be equipped with so many English tools. There are visual and audio materials, audio visual materials, print media you can use, social media you can use, podcast you can use, and then be familiar with the songs and try to be attached with the English environment, and then you can very easily learn. You listen English songs, you watch English movies, you watch English documentaries. You go to the channels like bbc.co.uk for the news and information about the world, and go through the newspapers, the Rising Nepal, the Kathmandu Post, the Washington Times, and many others. So if you do that, you will learn English certainly. And then my request here is, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel. There are more videos to come, and I hope I'll teach you English in proficient manner. Keep watching, keep learning. That's it. Goodbye.